You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are, and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I am going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello, brilliant soul. Today's contemplation is about the moment that something changes, which is often the very same moment that everything can change. In an instant, you meet the love of your life, you get accepted into university, become an overnight success. The act of walking the threshold into a new way of being. That elusive, magical, often unplannable instant where what has been slowly building behind the veil suddenly reveals itself in a single pop. Like popcorn in a pan or a sprout breaking through the soil. One moment there is only tension and waiting, and the next something has come to be. It's an interesting thing to think about, how the moment of transformation always seems instant, even when the process has been happening quietly all along. The popcorn kernel doesn't decide to pop the moment you finally receive it. It's been heating, swelling, softening, while an internal pressure has been building until the structure can no longer hold its former shape. And then, without announcement or warning, pop. We live in a culture seemingly obsessed with the instantaneous. Instant noodles, instant messaging, instant results, instant gratification. And this obsession with quick acquisition so often is the undercurrent of wondering where our manifestations are and why they haven't yet arrived. Within this, we forget that instant change is not born from impatience, but from accumulation. The instant is the final moment after 1,000 invisible ones. The quiet hours of growth and learning that exists under the surface. The subtle choices that rewire your vibration 1 degree at a time. It's like the way our body can heal. Not all at once, but in micro restorations that accumulate. Or the way that our relationships can deepen, not through one big giant conversation, but through 1,000 tiny moments of presence. We can't rush the pop. We can only hold the heat of it with graciousness. Even though it feels this way at times, the period before the pop is never empty. It's dense with potential. When it feels like nothing is happening, something always is. When it feels like you've been patient long enough, you're probably right on schedule. When it feels like you can't hold the heat of a moment any longer, you can actually trust that your pop is near. And then you finally have your moment, and it feels like it came out of nowhere. A text message, an email, a realization, a feeling, a choice, it arrives suddenly. The same moment you once doubted, tried to force, and impatiently called for, pops into your experience. The irony of all of this is that you never know how close you are. Our dreams and desires don't come with instructions for a couple of minutes in the microwave or on the stove. You don't have a notification that reminds you that your package is close to delivery. You just keep showing up, holding your intention with open palms and a willing heart. And there's also irony in the fact that this is where most people give up. In the almost. They misinterpret the pressure as a sign to quit. But this is the exact moment of the purest potential when you are so close to your next becoming that everything else is vibrating at the edge of expansion. Popcorn does not pop at low heat. Sprouts do not emerge without pressure. And your new reality is not birthed without a similar tension. So when discomfort peaks, don't lose heart because you are in a holy moment before the emergence of what you are calling in. Fire takes time to catch, and then in one spark, it consumes everything that's ready to burn. We forget that the buildup is the magic. Even when we want our worlds to instantly reflect the shape of our desires, there's something courteous and supportive about right timing. You must remember that you cannot miss what is meant for you, but you also can't rush it. And then when it happens, when the shift comes, it will feel obvious, effortless, and natural. You'll almost laugh, wondering why you ever doubted it, why you thought you had to push or prove or plan every detail. And in hearing this now, you may allow yourself to look back and realize that you didn't just get lucky, you aligned. And when your popcorn moment came, you were ready to consume it. All it ever takes is 1 or 2 kernels to pop in the pan before the popcorn orchestra fills your bowl and warms your tummy. And we must remember that not every season is meant for popping. Some are meant for heating, others for softening, some for internal rearranging. Your entire life has been built towards your next popcorn moment. So maybe the question isn't, when will it pop? Maybe the question is, can I honor the heat? Can I trust the tension? Can I be present for my becoming? Because one day, soon, it will happen for you. Your moment, many moments, will arrive, and you won't need to force or prove. You'll simply recognize it and claim it. It only ever takes a single moment for everything to change, to pop like popcorn into your reality. So know that everything you've been cultivating and everything you've been tending to in the dark is closer than you think. Until next time.